How you feel there?
Good.
A little chilly?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Cal, you worked that 2-0 count there. What's the mindset? I mean, what are you looking for? You faced Jax a few times, I think, already this year.
Yeah, he's a really good pitcher. One of the better, I think, in the league. So, just looking, really just started out getting a good count. So, was able to lay off some tough pitches and just looking for something in the heart of the plate, kind of up, and I was able to adjust to the breaking ball.
Cal, do you try and guess a pitch there? I mean, like, he hadn't thrown you a fastball all year. It was all, like, looking back, it was all sweepers and changeups, like 10 sweepers, 2 changeups, and he threw you a sweeper changeup to start. Were you thinking off speed when you're up there, or you still just stay to the?
No, I think I was thinking fastball, just trying to shift my sights a little bit because you want to be able to make a competitive offering at the off speed. So, still staying on the fastball, and then just adjusting from there. Like I said, he's a tough pitcher, and when he throws upper nines, it makes it a little harder. So you got to stay fastball ready, just shifting your sights to the other part of the field.
How much are you paying attention to how he's attacking Randy, if at all, before you go up to bat?
It's a little different just because Randy's a righty, and most guys have different plans of attacks and scouting reports, and so really, obviously trying to pay attention to the lefties and what he was doing. And, you saw a lot of sweepers change-ups early to Cole and JP. So, he makes a couple of heaters in there to Cole. So that's kind of what made me kind of get ready for that pitch.
Cal, with as good as Rasmussen was going for them tonight, just how satisfying is a win like tonight where you guys are able to kind of flip it there in the 8th inning and kind of turn the game on its head a little bit there and get that big moment?
Yeah, I mean, you really feel like you snuck that one. So, I mean, I thought Louis threw great. Credit to Rasmussen. He's a really good pitcher as well. They got a good staff, so they've always had good pitching, the Rays have. And he was able to keep us off balance. We got a few guys on, just couldn't capitalize. And, we were able to there in the 8th. And really, really big at-bats from JP and Cole to kind of lead it off. And, like I said, Louis did a great job keeping us in it, and Vargy, and it was great.
Are you used to the MVP chants now when you're at the plate? Do you hear them? I mean, it was pretty loud in the stadium.
Yeah, we had a lot of fans tonight, so that was awesome. Part of Ichiro of the weekend, and I don't pay attention to those. Try not to. So
you can kind of block it all out and just kind of focus. I mean, it's.
I am a human. I do hear them, but
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to focus on the task at hand. So.
I mean, is there some sense of surreal, especially as you're rounding the bases and you're hearing them?
I was just so excited. I really didn't hear him during that time. So I was just, like I said, I was just pumped up. That was a sweet go-ahead homer and big spot. Those are the games you look back. At the end of the year, you're like, that was a big one. That was huge win tonight, and hopefully we can get 2 more before we leave.
You haven't had too many stretches like you've had the last week or so. It's been such a charm season for you. You've had a couple, just foul. You've hit some balls hard right at guys. Just how do you kind of reset each day, kind of get to this spot? 0 for 3 coming to the last at bat today. How do you kind of get to that point where you're able to kind of, get in that moment, getting that good count?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, getting a good count kind of starts it. Not trying to do too much, and it's sometimes you get in those situations. You let the game kind of dictate and take over, and you turn your brain off. You're just trying to get it done for your team. You're not thinking about mechanics or trying to do this or that with the ball, trying to manipulate. You're just trying to get on base. So I think that was kind of that helped me. And like I said, I've been hitting some balls hard, just missing some, popping up some balls. So those are just little tweaks here and there you go throughout a season. So. But I was able to handle that one, so that was big.
Rash came out for that save opportunity in the 9th, not a spot he's usually in, but after that 3-0 count to Caminero, you struck him out, and then with Lau in that last at-bat, 7-pitch strikeout. We've seen him have deeper at-bats before, but it really seemed like today he was able to just hunker down. Just what do you see from your vantage point?
Yeah, I mean, he's been really good all year. Credit to him because it's tough that first year coming off, Tommy John. So, he's done a really good job. And, tonight he was really good. He's using all his pitches. Sinker 4, sweeper, and changeup. So, Was able to keep him off balance. Fell behind a few guys, but was able to get back and count, which was huge. And he's been in those situations before, so it's not like it's foreign to him. But yeah, definitely a little bit different role than he's used to.
Yeah, what did you like in what you saw from Castillo tonight?
I mean, he was doing a really good job locating his fastballs. He was able to, work kind of diagonal with the lefties, up and in, down and away with sinkers and fours. And, I think, that was a big thing for him. And, middle of the game, mixing some changeups here and there to keep some of them out in front a little bit. Didn't necessarily have a slider tonight that he usually has, but like I said, with so many lefties, and how well he was locating his fastballs, I think that kind of made the difference. And he wasn't spraying them, so it was pretty dialed in. Where he wanted to go tonight with the heater.
Kyle, you guys are 7-1 since the trade deadline, and to be able to win the games on back-to-back days the way that you guys have, just how much are you feeling the momentum as you guys are pushing towards this final stretch?
Yeah, I mean, we understand that, it's going to be a dogfight to the end. We don't want to ride the highs, we don't want to ride the lows. We understand that, and but it has been good, since getting those guys obviously playing good baseball and just trying to keep it going. Like I said, don't get too high, don't get too low. Just keep going, keep doing what we do, and keep finding ways to win, and that's really all that matters. So.
This feels like a game that maybe this team doesn't win in April or May, and with the momentum and maybe with some of these new additions, the idea that anyone in the lineup can be a hero top to bottom, everyone is doing it. Does it put you in mind a little bit of that 2022 team?
Yeah, I mean, we feel strong. I think it gives everybody a good sense of confidence going into each game. We have guys in the lineup that can get the job done, and it might take a little bit of the pressure off guys too as well. Not being, not trying to be the hero every single night or trying to feel like the weight's on their shoulders. So like I said, we have guys who have been there, done that, guys who can drive and run, steal bags, and it's kind of contagious. As you've seen, last series we were stealing a lot of bases, and guys are hitting really good at bats, and it seems like it's a different guy every night, and that's kind of a good thing that we've seen so far. So since the deadline.
How's that impacted you
With the deadline?
with not feeling the pressure?
Oh yeah, I mean. Obviously, since coming back, they moved me up in lineup. So, yeah, I mean, it's been great. Just it's awesome just having those guys behind you. I think it's only going to help. With everybody, getting more pitches to hit because the guy behind you, there's a threat. So, it's funny how baseball works that way. Same thing with the running of the bases. If guys are worried about that, they might hang a breaking ball or might get more fastballs to hit. That way, they're trying to throw out the runner and they leave one in the middle of the plate. So it's little things like that make a big difference at the end of the day. And you've kind of seen it kind of work out in the last few games. So
One of the largest crowds tonight, if not the largest already, almost 40,000. What impact did the crowd have on the game tonight?
Yeah, they're great. I mean, we didn't give them much to cheer for, but I mean, for 7 innings, but they were awesome. Obviously, a great weekend with the whole Ichiro Hall of Fame, and it's going to be really fun. I'm sure it'll be great all weekend with that. But it's always fun to play in front of a packed house. It's always great.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Cal.
See you guys.